I go back to the studio and it's trashed. My equipment is broken. There's food everywhere.
I'm not paying Mr. Williams anything. I didn't trash your place. I don't know what happened to your equipment, but dude, it wasn't me.
Plaintiff Sheldon Williams says his friend trashed his recording studio. He's suing for $5,000 for damages, broken equipment, and lost wages. Defendant Roosevelt Cobb says the plaintiff's studio was a mess before he ever used it. He claims he owes nothing.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, Najee.
This is case number 110 on the docket, Williams versus Cobb.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge.
I see we have here the plaintiff, Sheldon Williams, and you are suing Roosevelt Cobb for $5,000 for studio damage, broken equipment, and lost wages. Sheldon, what is your case?
I met Mr. Cobb
Yes.
in 2005. I just moved to Georgia. He's a musician. And he reached out to me. He needed a place for his groups to record and shoot their video because he knows those are some of the services that we offer. So we had an agreement from February to May. He would use my studio for $1,000 a month, which came up to $4,000 total. And that was only for the rent that I pay for the building. So I wasn't even charging him to use my space. Never got a dime. So the end of May, I go back to the studio and it's trashed. It's trashed. My equipment is broken. There's food everywhere. It's just trash. He had control of the studio from February to May.
Was he the only one using the studio for those 3 months?
He was the only one that had a key.
When you show me these pictures, the only things I see actually damaged, because you can't sue someone for lack of neatness, but in terms of damage,
Right, but
the only thing I see is the computer and the keyboard.
And I'm not even suing for my computer because I'm not trying to get over on him. We were friends, but it's just like the stuff that I really need to work is gone now. In June, he was supposed to pay me the money, and I haven't heard anything from him.
I'm not paying Mr. Williams anything. I was needing studio time because I was managing a group at the time, and Mr. Williams had something on Facebook, said he had a studio, whatever he's renting out. So I got in contact with Mr. Williams. He allowed me to use the studio. The agreement was once I finish the project, then I'll pay him $4,000. I did say that I would pay him $4,000 once I finish the project. So I really didn't get to finish the project because Mr. Williams called me and was like, I trashed his studio and I broke his equipment, which is a lie. I never broke his thing, so I don't know, who knows, maybe the cleaning people did it, or maybe he had somebody come in after I left. I was only there like 5 hours a day, Your Honor.
We had an agreement that he would pay me money in June.
But I never finished the project. I didn't get to finish the project.
Equipment. Why would he agree to pay me money for broken equipment if it didn't get broken in his hands?
We never agreed to that.
We did. When I came back, when I called you about this, I explained to you what happened, sent you the pictures, and you said, June, I will pay you some money for the broken equipment.
You two obviously agreed, whatever the details were, that he could use your studio, no question, and that you apparently had custody of the studio for a period of time. I need some evidence of what the costs are, receipts of the repair. But then there's got to be some evidence that, some evidence is if you had custody of the place, then you are responsible for what happens to that place while it's under your custody. But I won't even get to that yet. I don't even know what kind of costs we're talking about here.
I haven't gotten it fixed yet because he hasn't given any money. But for my keyboard, there's a receipt I sent Exhibit K. I sent the guy $1,300 to fix my keyboard.
Okay,
and then
I see that.
If you look at Exhibit M, that's the actual cost of my mixer.
Is the mixer broken?
Yes.
Was the defendant the one who broke it? When you first contacted Roosevelt, did Roosevelt say, hey, I'll take care of it? Or did Roosevelt initially say, I know nothing about this?
He was the only one with possession of the building. No one can just walk in there and use equipment without getting in there, without somebody letting them in.
What about the cleaning crew?
The cleaning crew only came one time to clean up after you damaged it, and I let them in.
If he is giving you a key to the place, it's not just, this makes it a little different than just saying, I'd like to pay you for some time because I want to record in your studio. And you sign a contract and then you get to go in. But this is a level above. The level above is, I'm giving you the key to the building. I do think he has some sense of responsibility. I'll give you for repairing the keyboard, and I'm going 1/3 of the cost of the mixer, so I find for the plaintiff $1,600.